Hello, I'm Jerry Ford, the beer review guy. I couldn't hold them both up with one hand, so I had to just hold one up. I'm going to do a comparison video. Jocsan Vargas, I think that's, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, Vargas, Jocsan or Jocsan. I don't know, how do you pronounce that, man? Wanted me to do, he found these that I had not compared. I don't hold out a whole lot of hope that they're not identical, because so many of these are just like so close, you know. They just all taste so close, so it's sometimes it doesn't end up being that exciting of a comparison video, but I still like doing them just to see. You never know, you could be surprised. But yeah, I've got the Miller Lite. It says inside is a fine Pilsner beer brewed with the highest quality ingredients. We use choice hops from the Pacific Northwest as well as noble Saz hops, and deliver more taste, aroma, and color with only 96 calories per 12 ounce. Well, this is a 24 fluid ounce. And it is a 4.2%. Then you got the Bud Light here. Always brewed with 4 simple ingredients for a clean, crisp taste. It's a 25 fluid ounce can. And it is a 4.2% ABV as well. Didn't say anymore. Wife's at the grocery store. Just got home from work. So I thought this might be the best time, this Friday. When you're watching this, this is a Friday afternoon. It's nice out here. I actually had to put the umbrella up because it's so dadgum sunny out here. I can't see what's going on around me. Anyway, yeah, it's got to be close to the 70s. It's really nice there. In the shade, just enough to have a light jacket on, so put one of those on. Yeah, let's get on with it. Might not have a whole lot of time. My wife's getting a bunch of groceries today, and she's gonna need my assistance to bring it all in the house. So I gotta hurry. I'm not gonna rush through it, don't worry. Okay, Miller Lite, we're gonna put it on this left side, your right side, so. Just got some plastic cups to use. Let's pour off this Bud Light first. Now the Miller Lite. Pouring them both the same. Looks like the Miller Lite's pouring a little bit bigger head. Not that much, just a little bit. But Miller Lite's starting off with 2 finger. The Budweiser starting off with, that's dissipating pretty quick. 1 finger. Let's get them even here. Okay, so Miller Lite, Bud Light, they look identical. A light gold color, almost straw. The heads are pretty much identical, a little foamy, soapy kind of heads. They're both same white color. Get some light barley malts, some sweetness. Get some sweetness. A little bit stronger barley malts on the Miller Lite. Let me see this one again. Yeah, just a little stronger barley malts on the Miller Lite, but they're real close in aromas, which I afraid it was going to be that way, but could be a little different than the taste. Let's try it out. Miller Lite. Light, smooth body on it. Light carbonation. It's pretty flavorful. Nice, sweet, not real sweet, but somewhat sweet. Some nice barley malts and hops going on in there. It's smooth, crisp, clean, checks all those boxes like usual. Pretty flavorsome for a light beer. Did I say refreshing? That would be a nice refreshing beer in the summertime. Feels like summer now. Spring, at least. Okay, Bud Light. Okay. Light carbonation, light body, pretty smooth. It had, the Miller Lite has a little bit more of the breadiness on the barley malts. The Bud Light has a little bit of a little bit the barley malt seemed just to be just a little bit more like dark bread crust kind of a thing. Yeah. Okay, so the Bud Light is a little bit more darker bread crust on the back end. It's not huge like some. There's actually flies out here. It's so nice. I saw a bee, might have been like a yellow jacket, out wandering around the grass. Saw a caterpillar walk across the concrete. It's like, what is going on here? It's crazy. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Miller Lite, Bud Light. They're real close, except for the Bud Light has a little bit of the darker bread crust on the back end. So ones that doesn't have like a darker bread crust, to me, are a little bit more smoother. So the Miller Lite would be a little bit smoother beer to me, rather than the Bud Light. Can't believe I'm fighting off flies right now. But they're both good. I'm not usually a fan of the Bud Light, but when it comes to light beers, it holds its own pretty well against some of the others. Still not my favorite, neither really is Miller Lite, but they're decent quality light beers. Definitely some light beers that I would consider if I was told by a medical professional that I can't drink regular beer anymore. Never gonna happen, but excuse me. But yeah, like I said, would be ones that I would consider occasionally getting. I'm not really gonna say a favorite. They're both kind of close to even. You could say the Miller Lite has a little bit more points above the Bud Light, but not a whole lot. Dadgum potato bug just dropped out of the out of the big umbrella. Flies. Unbelievable. I'd rather fight off flies than mosquitoes, though. We've had some, we had some temperatures that was in the negative, like maybe close to a month ago. So where are these flies like hiding out when those temperatures are hitting? Because I would think, man, that those temperatures would freeze them and kill them. They're hanging out somewhere, just staying warm, getting ready for these temperatures to be nice enough that they can come out and bother people. So, Jocsan, I don't know how, it sounds funny me trying to pronounce it, but are one of these your favorite? The Miller Lite or the Bud Light? Was there a reason why you wanted me to compare these two, or is it just that you found this was two that I haven't done yet? But yeah, I encourage you guys to look through my videos, see if you can find two of these kind that I haven't done a comparison video with, and I'll see if I can find them and do them, because I enjoy doing the comparison videos. It's interesting to me what I find. You don't assume that they're that much different until you put them side by side, so it's pretty cool to find that. I just finished a project at work. We've had this this is kind of a little bit of a chat fest. I can't go too long, but we've had this mural of some students graduating up on this really long wall. It's like a giant sticker type thing on the wall, and it's like 4 students sitting there, you know, posing for a picture. They got their graduation suits on. This picture was taken in 2014, and they stick it up on the wall there because they're the college graduates, you know, the college I work for. And but yeah, it's been up there since 2014. And like I tell people, those kids right there that you see, they're already married and have kids by now, you know. So they just finally decided, not because of what I say, but they decided they wanted it removed, and they had some other ideas for this long wall. So I removed it. It came off fairly easy. I had a few areas that was a little struggle, but wasn't too bad. Tore them off, tore the whole mural off, and had to repair some things on the wall. And Miller Lite. And so they wanted one end of the wall to have the college abbreviations on there, and then they wanted me to use the hyper blue color for that big square. And then, you know what Pantone looks like? It's like a dark blue, almost dark burgundy or purple type of a color. And that's a little breezy out here, so I had to use that for a big part of this wall. Took about 2 coats. Oh, excuse me. So I had to do that, and then there was one part about this much of a angle. Had to do like a blue color. It's called Resolute Blue. Excuse me. I see a wasp over there flying around. It just amazes me. And then after that, go with some hyper blue towards the end, a pretty good part. It turned out pretty good. I had to have a little help from the carpenter they had a certain degree, like 26 degrees, or I can't remember exactly, of an angle. So I didn't know how to do that, how to figure that. So he helped me get that angle done. And then frog tape. I haven't really experienced using frog tape very much, but if you want to get good, decent, crisp lines, use that stuff. It works pretty good. I've been ready for this weekend. Man, I look at myself doing some videos at work, and I can see myself a little closer than I am now doing some reviews. And I'm looking at my eyes, and I just look like I'm ready to fall asleep. My eyes are just like sagging, and they just look tired because I don't get enough sleep. I've been waking up a lot. My mouth is dry. My wife tells me that occasionally I've been snoring. I've never known myself to snore, and in the past, if I have done that, she's never really brought it up. She's a snorer. When she's got sinus problems, I make fun of her. She sounds like a chainsaw. She'd be mad if she knew I was imitating her. But that's just when she has sinus problems. I've had to wake her up because I could not sleep. Oh, man. But thinking of myself snoring, this seems weird. Anyway, I got that big project done today. I'm ready to move on to some other stuff. I got to clean up my yard. It's got boxes laying all over the place from when I got that Gammo gun. Those of you that saw me mess around with that Gammo pellet gun, I was shooting boxes and cans and bottles, and it's all over the yard because we had some winds blowing some stuff around. I got to pick up some garbage off the grounds. It looks terrible out here. But yeah, I should be getting some salsa here soon, either today or tomorrow. They said they were sending it out Monday. I don't know if they ended up doing that, but if they sent it out Monday, like I said, it should either be here today or tomorrow. So 307 salsa. That'll be fun. Check out some salsa. It's been a little bit since I've had some salsa from a company. So if I get that, you'll see that video here sooner than you will this one here you're watching right now. A lot of beer. What's 24 plus 24? Of course, one's 25. What is that? 50? 50? 51? 51 ounces? Is that right? Something like that. It's a lot of beer. It's lower ABV, so I shouldn't have anything to worry about. Trying to plan out doing this one is doing comparison videos is a little bit more difficult because when I do it, I want to drink some of the beer while I talk to you guys. There's a butterfly out there. What is going on? You know, pretty soon I'm going to look out front. My tulips are going to be coming up. Do you guys know about my tulips? My folks, my mom planted some tulips over at the house that she used to live in. Her and my dad, they're both passed away now, but she planted some tulips years ago around this tree out in their front yard. And then my mom passed away while while having Alzheimer's. And then later on, my dad and my brother Wayne, who passed away as well, he was taking care of my dad over there at that house. But there was one day I was over there, and I told my brother, I said, you know, I need to get some of Mom's tulip bulbs out, you know, from around that tree, just in case you guys move out of this house or something. And Wayne's like, go ahead, get you some of those bulbs. You know, get you some. Mom would want you to get some of those and, you know, put them in your yard. So one day when I went over there, back, you know, some years ago, I was helping take care of my dad before he passed away when he lived over there. And I'd go over there in springtime and see those tulips out there. I'm like, I got to get some of those. So I went over there prepared one day with a little shovel, the bucket, and I dug up, what, 12 or 13 bulbs, brought them over to my house, planted them out in my front yard, and now somebody lives in that house. They went through and they've restored the whole place. I don't know what it looks like on the inside, but the outside they've painted it out there. And that house, while my brother Wayne was still alive, I think I think my dad was still in there at that time. They had a fire happen in there, and they had to move out. So yeah, messed up the back side of the house pretty good, enough that they had to get out. So yeah, there was a lot of work to be done in there after that. But anyway, I don't know if the tulips are still over there, if they're still there or not. I don't know if those people have even lived there for a total year yet, through a spring. Excuse me. This spring I'll drive by there and see if they're growing out front yet. But I feel good that I got some of my mom's tulips over here in my yard. So what I was saying is the weather here in Tulsa is so crazy. You don't know what it's going to do from one minute to the next. It's just, you just never know. My wife is saying because it's being so nice out right now, it means that the summer's going to be really bad. I think she said. I don't know how that works. Excuse my ear itching. Anyway, Miller Lite's pretty good. I think I've done some comparison videos with it before as well. The Bud Light's pretty drinkable. I can see why it's big. People trying to, companies trying to make a beer that is lower in calories, and people, you know, that are looking to drink less calorie beer, they've chose Bud Light because the regular Budweiser is so big, or was really big, especially back in the 70s, that they've chose to drink it. It's a little bit, it's actually a little bit pricey, maybe not as much as other ones, but yeah, it's a pretty big beer seller. Noisy. Did you guys enjoy the load of reviews I did at the end of last month? They just accumulate after a while. When I find opportunities to review stuff, I review it, and I just save the cans or the packages or the boxes or whatever they were in, put them in sacks, and then when I get to the end of the month, I just unload them on you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. I'm not having to worry about it. so much for the month. So this is what's nice for me. I don't have to worry about so many, you know, so getting out a review every other day or whatever. I just nonchalant attitude about it right now, and I know that you guys understand. When you're like full throttle on a channel, some people, me, I was just kind of felt pressured just a little bit to get you guys out content because you're enjoying the reviews and the videos. So I want to keep you entertained. Now I'm just, I don't care that you're entertained. Now I just know that, you know, you guys understand. I've been doing this for 10 years. 16, I've been doing this for 10 years. That's a good long time. Not as long as Ronald J. Terrio, but it's a good little run of videos. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm just this was only meant to be a hobby, not a lifestyle, but it ended up being a lifestyle. One of the longest hobbies I've ever really had. There was a time when well, I still collect Hot Wheels, but I mean, I was always looking for Hot Wheels. I mean, like, anytime I go to the store, I'd look for them and buy them and stuff. I don't do that so much, but I do keep an eye out for some that if I ever go to like which I don't do anymore, garage sales, flea markets, stuff like that. We've been going to, it's been a little bit, but we went to like antique stores, and I look for old ones in there. But yeah, if I see something, old cars, grab them if they're affordable. Well, hope you enjoyed the chat. It's almost 30 minutes now. And the comparison review, I know it wasn't really very excited. Jocsan, Vargas. Hope you enjoyed it. Did you do this yourself? Did you compare them? Just a slight, what did I say? Yeah, the Bud Light had a little bit more of a darker bread crust, barley malt type of a taste, rather than a little bit more smoother on the Miller Lite. The Miller Lite was a little bit more crisp and refreshing because it was more smooth and doesn't have that darker bread crust type of a thing. So it's just, maybe you could say, I guess, that it's just a little bit more maybe drinkable, but same. Uh-oh, wife's getting home. I thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. See you on the next one. Bye.